How are you, sir?
How's it going, Andres?
It's going good, sir. Sorry, I'm in the car right now.
I know you're good. I have some questions for you. Um, are you a first-time voter, or did you vote like in the selection?
Yeah, I voted in this election.
Okay. How was your experience?
It was pretty quick and easy. Most of the people were saying that there's no wait times, which was pretty nice. So,
That's good. That's easy. Quick, smooth process.
just
Um,
quick it was.
why do you feel that it's important to vote, like being a young adult?
Um, I feel like it sets our future generation up. Uh, it helps shape our generation in the future.
Hmm.
Also, gets our voice out there.
That's good. Um, how do you feel about like how a lot of like sports and media is trying to get engage people to go out and vote like through like just ads like throughout TV? I feel like it's more prevalent than in past.
It definitely is a lot more than last election for sure. Um, I mean, I don't see too much of a problem with it as long as it's unbiased.
Hmm.
But yeah, I don't see a problem with it.
Do you feel it's important that your voice is heard? Being a young adult, like, do you feel like it's important that your voice is heard through your vote?
Yeah, for sure. Just because like I said, it helps shape our future down the line, regardless of who gets elected.
And then also, what are your thoughts on like this election? Like, do you
Uh,
feel like it's like more serious or like kind of like a
Honestly, I think it's probably going to be one of our more historical elections for voter turnout, and also with you know just things that have just happened this year.
Mhm.
I think it's going to be a pretty close one, so it's just going to just go down to who wins the key states.
Gotcha. Well, those are all the questions I got for you. Thanks for joining.
Thank you, sir.
Hello?
Hello, Gabe. How's it going?
Hello? Oh, hey. What's up?
Nothing. I got a couple questions for you. Did you happen to vote for this election?
Yeah, I did like a week and a half ago.
Okay. Oh, so the early
hmm
voting.
hmm
Is this your first election that you've participated in?
Yeah, I didn't vote last election.
Okay, so being a first-time voter, how was like your experience?
Uh, it was good. It was really quick, but it was super hot outside, so when we were waiting, it kind of sucked. We were like all standing in the sun. I mean, other than that,
Yeah.
it was good.
Why do you feel like it's important being a young adult, uh, voting? Like, why do you feel it's important to vote?
Well, like especially right now, it's like mostly all old people or older people, but like when they're gone, we're gonna be the ones that are like shaping everything. We're responsible for everything, so I think it should be up to us to like better our future.
Gotcha. What are your thoughts about like that, like through TV, how they're promoting to go out and vote? Like, how do you feel that's impacted, I guess, the youth, like
I, I
getting
think it
us out to
probably
vote more?
I think it probably made like a lot more people vote, like especially young people, because like a lot of young people watch sports,
Hmm.
like statistic wise. So them seeing like their favorite athletes and stuff on like TV or something probably like encourage them to go
Yeah,
vote.
like LeBron James, especially
Yeah.
his like movement. Yeah, I feel
hmm
like that's impacted this voter turnout for the youth a lot. Um, do you feel it's important that your voice is heard through your vote, being a young adult?
Yeah, definitely. Because like I was saying, like we're responsible for the future, and like especially like this election, like every vote matters.
Hmm.
So yeah.
All right. And the last question: what are your thoughts on this election so far?
I think people are a lot more, I want to say crazy, but like worked up about it this year.
Hmm.
I think just with like quarantine and all that, it's understandable. Like people are just worked up, cooped up in their
Yeah.
houses and stuff. I think it's definitely going to be really close though. So
Oh
I
yeah.
don't know. We'll see what happens.
All right. Well, those are all the questions I got for you. Appreciate you for joining.
All right. Thank you, Cam Dog.
No problem. Um.
How you doing, my brother? How you doing?
Good. How are you?
Yeah. I'm good. I'm good. Yeah.
All right. I got a couple
All right, I
questions
got a
for
couple
you.
questions. Okay, ask away, ask away. My bad if you can't hear, you know what I'm saying? I'm driving home, so,
Oh, okay. It's okay. It's okay.
okay, it's okay.
Um. How's
Um,
your?
how's
Oh
your,
wait. Did you
did
participate in
you
the election
participate in the
this?
election? Oh, absolutely. You know, this is my first time voting.
How was your experience?
How was your experience? You know, it was really quick. It was actually really quick and easy. You know, got there, voted, and then I left. You know what I mean? It was really quick.
Um.
Um,
I guess being a young
I guess
adult.
being a young adult,
Do you feel it's important
you feel
to
it's
vote?
important to do. Absolutely. It's you know, uh, like my brother Gabe said, you know, we're the future. You know what I mean? We are gonna make the decisions for the next decades and the generations to come. So it's really important that we're the ones. You know what I mean? That vote.
Okay, I feel that.
Okay.
Um,
Um,
what are your
what are
like
your
thoughts on
thoughts on
like getting people to
getting
vote
people
like
to vote
throughout TV,
about TV?
like sports and
Like
stuff?
sports
Like
and stuff.
I feel
Like
like there's more
I feel like
engagement,
there's
like
more
trying to get
engagement, like
young
trying to get
voters out.
young voters out. Absolutely, that's very important. Especially the sports, because the youth, that's who they pay attention to. They pay attention to sports figures and things like that. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
like
So like,
entertainers and
like entertainers and
sports.
entertainers, sports. You know, like LeBron. That's a huge endorsement. You know what I mean? Like that's
Hmm.
LeBron James. It's not like JJ Barea. You know what I mean? Like that's LeBron James. So yeah, it's really important. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Yeah.
Um,
Um,
do you feel
do you feel
that it's important that your voice is
important
heard
that your voice is
throughout your
heard
through your vote?
like through your vote? Yeah, definitely. Like I said, we're the future generation. You know what I mean? So like my voice will be heard very loud and clear. You know what I'm saying? Through my vote. You know what I mean?
Okay, okay.
Okay, okay.
Uh,
Uh,
what are your thoughts on
what
this
are your
election?
thoughts on this election? It's gonna be a close one. You know what I mean? You got Biden versus Trump, and then you know, it's gonna come down to the wire. You know what I mean? That's how I feel. You know what I mean? To
Okay.
be honest. Okay. Yeah.
Oh, well, those are all the
Well,
questions I
those
got
are
for
the
you.
questions I
I
got for you.
appreciate you for
I
taking
appreciate
time.
you taking time. I appreciate you for having me, my brothers. You know what I'm saying? Stay safe.
You too, you too.
You too. Yeah. Have a good one, bro.
I appreciate it. Have
I
a nice
appreciate
night, man.
it. Have a nice night, man. Yes, sir.
Hi.
How's it going, Delaney?
Good. How about you?
Doing pretty good. So I got a couple questions for you.
All right.
First, did you participate in this election?
I did.
And are you a first-time voter, or have you voted in previous elections?
I have voted in previous elections.
All right, cool. So how do you like? How was your experience? I guess since you've already been through it, was it similar, like voting process wise, like, or was it a little different?
Um, the same but different. Like, of course, COVID was happening this year, so with the
Mm,
pandemic, there were a lot of different safety precautions that had to be taking place. So, with masks being worn, the little finger rubbers, so that way when you touch the polls, you're being sanitary and things like that, kind of like keeping your distance. But other than that, like casting the ballot was pretty much the same.
okay. Um, do you feel like being a young adult that like we like voting is important for us like to get out and vote? Like, do you feel like it's an important thing for the youth to get out and engage in voting?
I do. I think it's very important because um, when you don't vote, you kind of give up your voice. And therefore, you know, of course, elections have consequences, so it can go either way. But you should definitely get out and vote and use your voice to imply who you would like to go for.
All right. So I guess that brings me to my next question. Since you brought up like your voice being heard, do you feel like it's important that your voice is heard through your vote?
Yes, because there's sometimes other people, they don't get the right to vote. So sometimes you have to look out for your community. It's not even always just about you. It could be what you want for the world. It's opportunity for change.
Oh, great, great. That's a great point there. How do you feel about like a lot of these like to me it seems like it's more prevalent like this election than I've noticed in the previous one. Uh, with like trying to get people engaged in voting, like going out and vote, like during like this last playoffs with in NBA and in the NFL currently, they're advertising a lot of like go and vote. And I feel like, do you feel like that has an impact on like the youth?
I do because honestly, a lot of people, like young people, look up to celebrities such as sports players and other people that have posted about voting. And also, it stands out on social media because a lot of young people have social media and are always on there.
Hmm.
So that always makes an impact.
Yeah, I feel the same way. Um, and I guess my last question is, what are your thoughts on this election?
I think honestly that this election is going to be neck and neck. I think it's going to be really interesting to see
Yeah,
who wins.
yeah, I think the same thing. Well, that's all the questions I have for you. Thank you for joining in and answering.
Thank you. No problem.
All right,
Have a good night.
you too.